Vets of Reddit, what was the worst pet name you've ever encountered in your job?
Klitzy.
Not a vet, but I once knew a cat named Hitler. He was named that because he was all white except for a black spot where the mustache would go. He was a stray, but everyone in the neighborhood knew him and left food out, and he answered to that name. My friend's aunt has a cat named Titties. Kitty. Now you may be wondering why that's a bad name. Kitty was an iguana. Edit. Should add I met this iguana when I was taking my dog to the vet. I'm not a vet. Obligatory, not a vet disclaimer. But story out of vets. My roommate had a dog called Taquito and we once had to go to the emergency vet at night because it was having trouble breathing. The dog goes in with a vet and maybe half an hour later a vet's assistant comes out. Goes straight for the Latino-looking couple at the other end of the waiting room and just asks them, Taquito. They were looking so confused and slightly offended, especially since the assistant kept repeating it when they didn't answer. My roommate was slow on the uptake with it being the middle of the night and just being frozen on the spot by the awkwardness of the moment. But she finally spoke up and said, Taquito is my dog. No one looked at each other for the remaining time we were there. I was once at the dog park and this lady kept yelling at her dog. Kevin. Get over here, Kevin. Let me take your picture. Kevin. Kevin. Kevin was an old, overweight black lab. I still laugh when I think about it. I'm not a vet, but this is somewhat related. One of our dogs is a pug. We got him a long time ago from a vet home. My wife and I kind of waited around too long to give him a proper name. So now we still just call him Pug or the Pug. I'm a little embarrassed when I take him to the vet and they ask his name and it's just Pug. When I was a kid down south, there were at least black dogs named Nee or in my neighborhood. It was pretty common. I used to volunteer, not as a vet, at an animal shelter. We had to give all the stray cats, dogs that came in names. For in the database, they had to be the unique because sometimes you had to do a search and you can't have the name Simba popping up 1,000 times. It happened. So one time we had two dogs that came in together and they named them Sala and Mi. Salami. It was just for during their stay. The owner was free to change the names. So not that bad, and my coworker was very creative. Not a vet, but my roommate's cat is named Feline Dion. I wanted to call her Chairman Meow. I ended up calling a stray in the neighborhood Chairman Meow instead, and the personality matches. My cat's name is Shu. In Polish rural areas, almost all black dogs used to be called Murzyn, Negro. I feel the need to share my own pet names here. One of my chickens is named Lego. One of my previous cats is named Solid. One of my previous cats is named Cat. One of my cats is named Troll. One of my other chickens is nicknamed Terrorhund, which is German for terroristic chicken. Vet tech here, Iwo Jima. Not a vet, I know. Sorry. My dad adopted a stray cat who wandered into his yard once. The first time he saw the cat, not much past kitten stage, his response was, "What a little shit." Little shit became the cat's name on the vet paperwork. The sad part was that she got her leg cut in a door once, and ended up having it amputated, which led to a really awkward conversation in grade school, before I was old enough to know better. When I told my teacher that my dad has a cat with 3 legs, and her name is Little Shit. Quote. Obligatory, not a vet, but my history teacher told us that he let his daughter name the cat when she was very young, and she called him Fluffy, but years later she decided to rename him Milo. History teacher lived in a fairly rough area of the city and didn't exactly enjoy yelling fluffy butt into the night to get the cat home. Not a vet, but I lived in the Marshall Islands for a few years and I noticed that all black male dogs are named Lakili Medj, black boy. All white male dogs are named Lamoujuge, white boy. All brown male dogs are LeBaron, brown boy. And all black and white dogs are named Oreo. Obligatory. Not a vet. I was in the vet's waiting room, and there was a puppy with a woman and a child. The puppy was named Dave. The child was Atari. My dog's name is Vodka. Is that bad? Not a vet, but I've worked with pets over the years. There was an old GSD named Wally, a Lhasa named Shitsky, and a cat named Bird Dog. Best name ever was a one-eared Chihuahua mix named Vincent.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.